Alright. So what up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Taco with Us on Tuesday. As you guys already know, I am Ashley Antoinette and my guests can reintroduce themselves because they already been here.
Hello, I'm Faye.
I'm Damo.
And I am D.
It seems like everybody got a new name every time you come on.
Actually, it's Christy.
And it's Pastor Asbury. Thank you very much.
Okay, so didn't braid my hair harder or tighter or anything like that. You know, like rip my scalp. I'm like, no, like didn't braid my hair harder or tighter or anything like that. You know, today's topic is how important is your happiness, and anybody can just kick it off. How important is your happiness? What does your happiness mean to you? And
I'll say my happiness is very important to me because you only get one life. And so with that one life, I want to be happy. And that's why it's so important to me to be happy.
Well, my happiness is important to me because I used to be so focused on making other people happy. So now my happiness means everything to me, and I think that I probably put that before anything a lot of the times.
same. I feel like, well, I'm just like getting to like the age where I like put myself first and things like that, because like growing up, you got friends or whatever, you want to make them happy and stuff like that, and I can kind of like connect it to like throwing parties and stuff like that. You know, when you throw yourself a birthday party and, you know, to make, you know, it's your birthday, it's your day, whatever, but you paying for everything. You paying for the party and stuff like that. And then after you had a party, you be like, dang, well, everybody else had a good time. And, you know, I had a good time too, but like, dang, it came out of all my pocket. Like, that's how I felt after my 21st birthday. I was like, dang, I did have fun or whatever. I enjoyed myself. I'm happy everybody came out. But I'm like, I could have used that money to like go on a vacation or something like that, you know? Like, or just, you know, with some people, you know, we could have had way more fun. We could have, you know, got to experience some things. But as far as happiness, I feel like I'm just getting out of the stage of putting other people before me, because like I don't even talk to like as much people as I used to, or, you know, consider them as brothers, sisters, or anything like that, because like you just realize that like y'all not making me happy, y'all not contributing to my life as y'all should. We should be, you know, we should be out having fun, not talking about each other to the next or anything like that. So I like, my happiness is like very important to me. Like, I just want to be happy all the time. Like, I don't know, like.
And I know say well, happiness is everything to me. Maybe that's why I'm single. Because being single, I don't have to worry about keeping somebody else happy, make him happy. And he's not doing vice versa. He's not making me happy. I can't be in a relationship and be stressed out, knowing what you're doing, how you're doing, and what time you coming home, and staying up all night. And you know, that was toxic. It made me unhappy, and I wanted to be happy because I'm a very happy person, and I want my kids to be happy. And you know, being in a relationship where you're not happy, nobody's happy. And with my son, I always say, and mama happy, we happy. And so I want to be happy.
That's saying happy wife, happy home.
And piggybacking on that, Faye, that especially when you have been a mother and you have raised your children and tried to make them happy as they was coming up. You know, I told my kids this year, it's about Sonia, it's about me, and it's time for me to get me built up, because we use so much energy, like you said, trying to make sure everybody else having fun, and it's all coming out of you. Are you spending it all? And your happiness is also related to your state of mind, and it helps your state of mind stay healthy.
Right.
And when you raise children, or you have your career and you're working and you're trying to build that up and continue to hold it up, it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you. So yeah, it's important. Like Faye said, my happiness is everything to me, and I've learned now it is all about me having a good happiness and state of mind, because healthy heart, healthy spirit, healthy mind, healthy body.
Also, back on the kind of like the relationship and being happy, even before you're in a relationship, you gotta be happy yourself. Because there's a
With
lot of
yourself,
people
too.
who get in relationships and they're not happy with themselves, so they're insecure, and then they worry about their person out there dating other people and all
Right.
that. So you have to be happy with yourself. You have to be secure with yourself, and you know all of that before you're able to even be in a relationship. I was single for a long time before I got a boyfriend because I had to find my happiness. I had to find what makes me happy and
Right.
what I'm confident in my happiness and know that, okay, I'm secure in me and myself in my position. So if I ever find a guy or, you know, I'm going to be comfortable with myself. So if he decides to stay, decides to go, it doesn't matter because I'm happy with myself. So I'm going to still be okay, you know,
Right.
without him. So
Definitely. I feel like a lot of the times when we like younger or when we just don't know, we try to find people who make us happy when that's not
Right.
happiness at all.
That's
Happiness
right.
is within yourself, and you have to make yourself happy with your life decisions, with your goals, you know, your ambitions and your family, you know, stuff like that. So when you the happy friend or you the happy person, people is going to automatically gravitate towards you because of your spirit,
Always,
because of your, you
always.
know, the joy that you have and stuff like that. Nobody want to be around somebody that's always, you know, mad and stuff like that. So definitely, like Dama said, it starts with you. Your happiness is within yourself. Don't look for nobody else to find your happiness, give you happiness, because it ain't gonna happen. They'll probably be for a little while,
true.
but when you insecure within yourself, when you're not happy with yourself and your choices in your life, you're going to be depressed. You're going to be down. You're always going to be in a bad spirit because you're not happy with yourself.
And to add on, you know, I always got to add a little biblical point to that. You know, you just have to. The Bible tells you that if you want joy, leap for it. It may sound crazy. I'm leaping for some joy, and I bounce. I can't leap, but you leap for it to get your joy. Don't you leap like you might feel stupid, but guess what's going to happen? You're going to start laughing at yourself, and you
That's true.
start generating happiness within yourself.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I go a lot of places by myself because that makes me happy. Like
I love me.
people always think, oh, I gotta have my friend with me. I gotta do this. I gotta do. No, me, I will go get dressed, get cute, go to
Yep.
the bar, and have me a drink and listen to some music. Like it don't matter who's there. It could be if the music is good and the, you know what I mean. I can go
Yep.
have fun by myself. I went to a concert by myself. I go everywhere by myself. I go out to eat by myself because it's like I make myself happy. I don't
Yes.
have to worry about nobody else. I don't have to worry about them making me mad because they're late. Like, you know, I just worry about myself. I go on vacations by myself. I've traveled this world by myself because I don't have time to be worried about other people.
Now, who phone?
Not mine. She sounds like she loves herself.
Yes.
And you got it. And I'm too conceited not. Honestly, I'm too conceited not to love myself. I love my company. I've learned to love my company and love all of me. You know, and it's good when you can love your. I like watching RuPaul. They do this, and now in every show, he, she, shim, always says, if you can't love yourself, how you gonna love somebody else?
That's
So you have your love, true love comes from inside,
That's
and it
right.
brings it out. It starts from in to come out.
Right.
I do.
Hold on, before you talk, I wanted to go ahead. Matter of
Okay.
fact,
No,
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, you know, like when you're in a relationship, when I'm in a relationship with anybody, if anytime I find myself getting stressed and not happy, that's unhealthy to me.
Oh,
And
definitely.
I have to be, and you know, my happiness is everything. If I'm not happy and sad, that's unhealthy, and I want to be healthy.
Definitely. I want to kind of double back on what Dominique said about the going out and treating yourself and doing everything by yourself. It took me a minute to do that. Like, so I don't even still do the whole full like going out. But I'll go to the store by myself. At first, I couldn't do that. I will always try to have somebody come with me. But that's important. I feel like that's like a big step of self-love and like true happiness. Going out by yourself and not having to have nobody there to bring you happiness or to bring you comfort or to make you comfortable or anything like that. Like, cause when I go out, I see a lot of people be by themselves sometimes. That can be like to learn, like, you know, meet new people, you know, mingle and stuff like that,
Uh-huh,
and you
that's
know,
right.
get opportunities that you never thought you'll have because you know you branched out and just was alone. But that's important. 'Cause I'm still trying to really, really get out there and do that.
But
I thought about taking a vacation by myself.
But you know, like when everybody tell me when I go on vacation, I'm always taking Ashley and my grandson, and they always bring somebody with them. But when I go alone, and
Literally.
and every time we go on a cruise or anywhere we go, when we travel, I go alone because being alone makes me happy. Because I get to do the things I want to do. Even when we went to Hawaii, you know, everybody paired up. I went alone because when I go, I want to do things that I want to do that's gonna make me happy.
Facts.
You know,
You was at
when,
the zoo
when
by
I go
yourself.
shopping, I went to the zoo by myself. I did a lot of places. You know, we go on vacation. I go alone. When I'm on the cruise, I love doing stuff on the cruise by myself. You know, I don't want to hear nobody saying that I'm tired. Let's go do this, go do this. You know,
Let's go.
no, I want to do what I want to do.
Right.
And what makes me happy.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy when I go on a lot of events by myself because I can do what I want to do.
That's true.
Yep.
Very important to take care of yourself and love yourself.
Love your
Pamper
own company.
yourself. Like you gotta take care of yourself. Go get your nails done. Go get a massage. Like take a walk. Like get some time to yourself and clear your mind. Cause like being a mother's overwhelming. Life is overwhelming. Working's overwhelming. The economy's everything's overwhelming. So it's like if you let the outside world drain you, you won't be happy with yourself. And if you worried about I don't have enough money to pay bills or I don't, you know what I mean, you're not gonna be happy with yourself. So it's like you gotta go out there and get what you want. If you're not making enough money, go get another job or go look for it. You know, like do it for yourself because nobody is gonna do it for you. You can't. Other people can't want more for you than you want for yourself.
Definitely.
And I want to make this point. I don't want anybody to feel like, take it like, well, we're so conceited that we don't need nobody or don't want nobody. It's not that. We have room in ourselves to be able to share life and with someone and love them and allow them to love on us and we love on them. You have the joy and you have the happiness and you have the love and concern to give, but also like Bass was saying, like Faye was saying earlier, hey, I ain't got time to be looking around for no man and worrying about it. First of all, I'm not no man hunter myself. I don't do that. But you don't want to have that time. We are lovable because we love ourselves first. And to be able to love somebody else, you, like we said earlier, you got to love yourself. So it's not like we don't have love to give and that we won't share our love and experiences and feelings and concerns and compassion and all that stuff. Is just the fact that we just want to make it plain that you need to love you first before you can love anybody else.
Definitely. So here's a question for y'all. Can money buy your happiness?
I ain't gonna lie, sometime again.
Yeah,
gonna keep it
but I
real.
feel like people twist it and be like, "Oh, can money buy love? Can money buy?" You know what I'm saying? I feel like money is accessible, right?
It is. The Bible said money answers all things. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I just got it.
Go ahead. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The Bible tells us that money answers all things. That's scripture.
There you go again. But yeah, so I'm saying like if I got money and I want a nice car or something like that, I want this, I want that, and I get it, it's gonna make me happy.
I know that's
Not
right.
saying that it's like, you know what I'm saying, like not saying that I just care about materialistic things or I just care about money within itself, but money keeps us going. You know,
That's
money
right.
pays the bills, money do this, money do that. You know what I'm saying? And when in the love of money, you know, that becomes a problem or something like that, then that could like have like whatever with happiness and love and stuff like that. But so that's the question. Can money, you know?
I would say it's kind of like yes and no, depending on the person, and because at the end of the day, there's some people out there like how we talked about last week, gold diggers. So those are gold diggers, and they love money, and they love what money does for them, and what money buys them, and that makes them happy. However, for me, I don't think money could buy my happiness. I've had a lot of money before, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't happy. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've had a lot of money before, and I've been broke and been real happy. So it's like, it just depends on what you take from it. Like, I thought that having a lot of money and having a lot of designer and all that would make me happy, but no. It's other people seeing you have that is probably what I wanted more to make me happy. But that's not really, in actuality, what makes me happy. Being in my space and being with myself and enjoying me makes me happy. Being with my family makes me happy. Sitting at home
right.
makes me happy, you know. So I thought it was one way, but really once you learn and you grow up in life, you like, nah, you know, that's not really what made me happy. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when you're younger, when you running around and you're doing a lot of stuff, yeah, it's gonna make you happy. You got
Right.
I got Benz, I got this, I got that. Come on, let's go. I can do whatever I want because I got money. Let's go. You want to go here? Let's go this. You know. But then as you get older, it's like, you know what? I'm cool
Been
with
there,
walking
done
around
that.
the park. I'm cool with being out with my family. Let's all watch a movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just depends as you grow up in life, I think. For
It goes right back to loving yourself. You know, if you're happy with yourself, you can be loved. If you're happy with yourself, you can have $100,000 in your pocket, and it won't add or take away. It'll just, you know, be able to buy a little something. But you're already happy. You can be happy with whether you got the money or you don't, because you are happy with yourself. Now, money does enhance your happiness. Okay, so because I'm already in love with myself and I'm already happy, but if I'm walking around the park and then I got enough money to go buy me a car, not to have to walk around the park, that's going to enhance my happiness. I'm going to go buy the car so I can ride around the park.
Right.
You know,
I feel like a lot of people that's like us, broke, not really broke, but like
Financially challenged,
looking
something.
like up to like Drake and all them or whatever. Like when they go through stuff, we be like, well, not just necessarily us, but like, you know, people on the social media and stuff like that. We looking at them. Why he mad about this? He rich. Like why he tripping about this? But he rich, or whatever. But I recently seen like Justin Bieber. His whole left side was paralyzed or something like that. And something with his wife, I can't remember, so I'm not gonna throw nothing out there. But you know, it's like they go through things too, and just because they have money don't make it no better. So that's kind of like going back to what you were saying. But
Okay, so you said, can money make you happy? Money, I don't think money can make me happy. Money can do a lot of things money can do a lot of things to make you happy, but happy come within. Because, and so I guess the question, my answer would be money can't make me happy. Because, you know, I work and I have money, but, you know, but it's me that what makes me happy.
people look at
It's not the money, because I always say money can come and go.
Facts.
You can have it one day and lose it the next.
My money
And so
gonna
if you're
go.
dependent on money, so if you're dependent on money to make you happy, you're gonna be disappointed because you have it and not happy.
that's what I'm saying. Like with a lot of famous people, they have all the money and they still be depressed. They still be
commit
going through
suicide,
stuff.
and
Still
they
commit
still do-
suicide.
Do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, why they do that? They had everything, but not really. You know.
Right.
You know, my brother, when we came, you know, we were doing our SIB trips, and they came up here. We went over to, I think that with the pier and stuff, at Pier 69 or whatever it is. And they have over there, they have all the big, beautiful houses that people beat and bought. But it's just so empty in them big old beautiful houses. I mean, they have big, beautiful stuff in there, beautiful furniture, and but they don't even stay in there. They don't even stay in their homes. They'd rather go to a hotel just to have company, to have room service, to be able to go down to the lobby and see people. They won't stay in their house. They have all that money and so at the end of the day, if you, back to what we're saying, if you're not happy with yourself, money is not going to make you happy, because at the end of the day, it don't talk, it don't have a pulse. It don't have legs. Why? It can't hop on the bed and none of that. You know, so you have to be happy with yourself, period. But it can enhance happiness. Now, don't get me wrong. I have to reiterate that.
But can you imagine being with somebody that have money and you're not happy with that person? To me, it wouldn't bring joy to me. I couldn't imagine myself being with somebody can buy me anything and do anything for me, but I'm not happy.
That's a lot.
That
of
would be
marriages.
miserable to me.
A lot
That's
of
a lot of marriages, a lot of relationships, a lot of a lot of a lot of relationships, period, because the man is making all the money and paying everything, goodbye or whatever, Gucci, but then he go out and he cheat and he do this and that, and she at home. You know, like, it doesn't matter how much money you got. If y'all not happy with, y'all shouldn't even be in a relationship, like, at that point. It's just a lot of stuff that the man ain't happy with the wife, or the wife ain't happy, but they together. Like, you know, like, they not happy with each other, they not happy with themselves, and it's just like,
That
they got all
open
this money
marriage
though,
stuff.
and exactly, they cheating and they having all this secrets, and because it's just not cool.
Since everybody here, happiness is like very important to them, what is something that you are willing to give up to protect your happiness?
Me personally, like,
You have to.
It don't have
I'm
to be
willing-
just the cars and all, I'm
willing-
just saying.
I'm willing to break relationships with family, with friends, with whoever, because a lot of the times also with family, people think that because they're family, like, you're supposed to put up with whatever. Like, no, I still need my respect as a human being, regardless if you my uncle or my auntie, or I'm not gonna let you degrade me or talk, you know, just because you my family. You will get cut off and cussed out just like anybody else on the street. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just feel like a lot of people think, oh, this is my family, this is that. I'm not going. No, if they is miserable to you, if they are toxic to you, if they bring negativity to your life, and every time you tell them something, they like, oh, really? Or they got a backlash or something negative to say, cut them off, because you don't need that in your life. You don't need nobody negative. Always,
You don't need that in
you know,
toxic.
you don't need that. That's toxic. So, me personally, I'm willing to I got cut off any and everybody. Like, I will not talk to my grandma, well, my grandma, but, you know, I will not talk to my father, my mother. Like, I've pretty much cut them off before. So, like, if it's not making me happy, I don't need y'all to be happy. If I'm fine with me and my son. You know, I even don't even let my son, now that he's a teenager, I don't let him ruin my happiness. I found myself a lot in school worried about him and worried about his grades and worried about, you know, and I've always been that mom. Y'all know, I've always been that mom. Sean, you need these A's, you need this, you need that. He hit high school, teenager, I'm like, you know what? I can't keep caring more about your grade and your education than you. You know, I done it for all this time, and you about to almost be grown. I cannot allow you to stressing me out, getting off of work because he getting grades. And like, I had my mom told me, stop letting him stress you out. Like, I had to, because it's like, you know what? He gonna give me my grade. He gonna do something because he messing up in school, and you know this is different for me. You know, I cried when his high school report card because my baby get all A's all growing up. It hurt my heart, you know. So it made me cry, and my mom like, why are you crying off of his report card? You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you know, I had to let that go. Like, I can't keep letting him, if he don't want it, I can't let that interfere with me being happy, because it's gonna stress me out. If I can't want it more than him no more, you know. So I'm willing to, like, you know what, son, I'm willing to let my son mess up now. You know what I mean, on his own. So
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you can relate with that, because I remember when I was in high school, I don't know what like it's like specifically was about, but I remember telling you, like, what do you mean, like, I got good grades, I don't do drugs, I'm not like out here like hoeing or nothing like that or something like that. And then you looked at me, I don't got no kids, you looked at me and was like, you did all that for you. You don't have no kids because you ain't got no kids. You ain't doing drugs because you ain't doing drugs. Like, you literally say, you was like, you're not doing that for you. That is literally, you have a kid and you have to raise that kid. Like, so basically, like, it's kind of like what you were saying. Like, you know, you can't, you know, keep pushing me to do something like that. Like, and I kept telling you, like, well, I'm not doing this. At least I'm not doing this. And you like, you're not doing that because you know that you can't handle that type of stuff. So good that you're not doing that. But I don't know. I think I wanted to be rewarded or something like that. You was like, that's good that you're not doing that because you're not supposed to be doing that. And then, you know, if you do it, then you just gonna be effed. So.
But you know, sometimes, like Renee to what Dominique was saying, that sometimes we put our life on hold. And even though when I raised my kids, I know that I put my total life on hold. You know, I made sure that they were the best of the best. Even though I would work a lot of overtime, I worked 3 jobs at one time just to make sure that they was happy. They wore the shoes they wanted to wear. Going to the mall every Sunday and buying my boys tennis shoes every Sunday after church, but I did those things to make them happy. And I was happy just to see them just to see them happy. And I think when you parents, you do things, you put your happiness to the side. I didn't want to date anybody because I wanted to make sure my kids was happy. I didn't want to take any of my time away from my kids. My kids was my happiness. My kids was my life. My kids was everything. And I heard the elder lady told me one time, she said, baby, you got to start living your life. What makes you happy? Your kids is going to get grown and move away and start their own life. But I never looked at it like that. I always thought that my kids would be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started seeing them getting grown. I started seeing them moving away, and I started seeing them leaving the nest. And then that's when I figured now it's time to make me happy. What do I like to do? So it's just like you're trying to find yourself.
Right.
All over again.
All over again, because I had to find out what did I like, what I don't like, what I enjoy doing, what I don't like enjoy doing, what makes me happy, what are the foods I like to eat, what are the places I like to go. I had to really find myself to see what makes me happy.
You asked the question, would you give up for your happiness?
Mm-hmm.
Me coming with the way that I was raised, my mother had 18 children, and 14 of us lived to get grown. And there were some of us that she let other people raise, and then like 9 of them kept at home. So I didn't really grow right up around my sisters and brothers until I was in my late teens. And my thing was, I gave out of myself a lot not to be happy myself, to try to get along with the ones that I didn't grow up with. And to them, with me not being raised in the same household, I became to be like the black sheep, I was the poorest one, because I didn't have to work the hours and stuff like they did, I always was taken care of, and so it was like, I wasn't the type of person that just would run to the mall and all that. Every time they went to go out, they want to spend money. So I didn't want to do that, but I did want the company. So because I didn't spend the money like y'all wanted to spend the money, I became to be like, I was the broke one, or I was the black sheep, and I was the one that was snickered behind the back with certain of them. And then I had to, and when I finally came out of the shelter, I would just have throw little weekend gatherings and get all the crab, because we all love crab legs, and I would buy $200-300 worth of crab legs, and they would come over, we'd play spades, they would eat and have fun. And I'm thinking what we're doing is bonding. I'm trying to bond, but I became to be used, in a lot of ways, and it really hurt, and that was when me and my husband, I started, I met my husband and he began to tell me, you don't have to, how blunt ass baby is. But he was like, he didn't lick nobody behind, get along with him. And the way he was said it, I was like, and then me and him get into it, because, you're talking about my people, and I'm trying to. So I had to learn not to stop putting myself on the back burner. Just because I wanted to get along, I wanted to bond. If they don't care about you as much as you trying to care about them, you better turn your aspects and your feelings towards yourself. And that's what I had to learn. That, hey, I'm important too. I'm somebody too. I'm not finna be your black sheep just because I didn't grow up. And I had a couple of people that just did not like the way that I was, because I can't help the way Ciola raised me, the way she raised me, and how I had, and a little, I felt like I was one of the black people that only had a trust fund, a little trust fund. But long story short, I had to learn to give up trying to bond with somebody that don't want to, it's just like taking my husband showed me this, and he said, this is you. And it was how you put two magnets to try to push me, and they push away, and that was the point that he made to me, and it really opened up my eyes. You don't force yourself on nobody. If they don't want to love you, you turn your love to love yourself. So yeah, I would give up. Definitely. I would give up trying to bond with whether it's family members, children, whatever, because this is time for Sonia to love Sonia all the more.
Yeah, I can. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say that, you know, sometimes I know my kids, they see the things that I did for them when they was younger, and now, you know, they're always doing stuff for me. And I tell my sons and I tell Ashley, you guys don't have to buy me all them things because I love you. You know, it's just that sometimes when the gifts and stuff they give me, you know, I'd be like, you know, I love you guys just, you know, just the way it is without anything. You don't have to buy me stuff for me to love you, you know, because...
But it's out of appreciation.
And like you say, yes, but like you say, just how important is your love. And your love is so important to me just to be in their presence, you know. That's love just enough for me. You know, it don't have to be gifts or anything. I just love to just being in the present with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something, then we can like wrap it up, or anybody can just get their last comments. But I don't want to relate there. I can relate to what Pastor Asbury was saying because, like, for the longest, like I would have friends, and like some of them would be friends, some of them would just be people that I just call my friends at the time or whatever. But like I was always the one with the car, or you know, with the money to put gas in the car, or you know, I never like offer for them or not. I never asked them to put gas or anything like that, and they just took advantage. And sometimes they wouldn't even have money to go out to eat or something like that, something I wanted to do or whatever, and I offered to pay, and it just became something that was so consistent. But every time, like I said, I had a car, and like nobody ever offered to put gas in my car. Nobody ever offered to like do anything to like help me or anything like that, to go out for me to go out my way to do the things that I did for them. But when they got cars and they got things, I never rode in nobody's car without giving them gas money.
Right.
Never. Even if they didn't even have to ask for it, I've never done that.
Right.
Ever. And it's like it just never was reciprocated on like that. Even though, you know, like I don't know, maybe that's just me or something like that, but I've never, you know what I'm saying, or if they ask for gas, I never had a problem giving it to them. I just never had that problem. I just got tired of people just using me, and maybe they haven't realized it, but I kind of hoped it would click once they got their stuff and I, you know, gave them money or, you know, whatever. But it just never did, and I just felt like I was just getting used time and time again. There were times where people didn't have money for like the whole amount of time that I knew them, but I just was, you know, because I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like me looking for something back, but it's like, dang, that one time I didn't have money, you know, you didn't offer or nothing like that, and it just kind of like made me realize that type of stuff didn't make me happy. That type of stuff didn't make me feel like I had real friends or anything like that, because I don't know, it's just weird, and I just got tired of being used, and it hurt my feelings because it's like the people that know me, like y'all really know me. Everybody I've been around have never known me to like ask for anything or, you know, take from them or anything like that. I'm always the one giving or whatever. So I don't know. It's just weird because them be the ones, you know what I'm saying, that talk down on you or, you know, do those things, whatever. And it's like, y'all not really my friends. Y'all not really my family. Y'all not really, you know what I'm saying, what you're supposed to be to me. And instead of cutting off those relationships, they just pretend to, like, you know what I'm saying, make it seem like it's okay. And it's like, y'all wonder why I don't text y'all back. Y'all wonder why I don't want to hang out with y'all. It's because I'm finding my happiness. Y'all didn't make me happy. Y'all hurt my feelings. Y'all made me think about the things that y'all did to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that nothing can be forgiven, but I don't know. It just didn't make me happy, and my happiness is important to me, and I would rather choose my happiness any day, every day. I would choose myself over you. I would rather just choose myself. Like,
that's because the wounds is still open. See that the wounds are still open from how feeling used. Because like I have a couple of them, like my siblings. They, you know, like I have my one of my sisters. My birthday, she made my birthday so special, and I really felt very, very, because you know I love owls, and she bought me owl everything, pens, books, wind chimes, curtains. And it really made me feel very, very good. And my brother, you know, there are a couple of them, but when you have open wound, like you have to ask the Lord to help you with the wounds, and all of them don't close at the same time.
right.
You know, they all may be open at the same time, but they all don't close at the same time. Like, you know, I'm still dealing with the Leah wound, you know, and I'm asking Lord to help fill that out, because there are certain things when people really, really hurt you to the core, because you done gave your love. I mean, really opened up your heart, the rawness of your heart, and give out of yourself. It hurts when somebody just put a hot rod in your heart, you know. So, but you have to ask the Lord to help you with the open wounds.
But you know, like you say, happiness, what makes you happy. But you know, we all have friends that sometimes, you know, make us happy sometimes. Those are true friends. Like, you know, I have one friend that more like truly my friend, you know, a couple of them from high school. And no matter how much we can't stand each other, we get into those, they make me happy. You know, they makes me happy, you know, because they my friends, you know, because they've been around a long time.
Right.
And, you know, and Audrey.
That's my girl. Yep.
And, you know, me and her have our disagreement, but, you know, she makes me happy. I love being around her.
Kind of ties up the topic of how important is your happiness. So I would like to thank y'all for being here, and thank you guys for watching, and talk with us on Tuesday next time.
Bye.